So today I woke up feeling like I want to take my braids out, my twists out, and cut my hair. Do you ever wake up feeling like this? Because that's where I am today. But I think cutting my hair is a bit too extreme. So I'm just going to take out my braids and I'm going to tell you a story of some some guy I met sometime in October while I take out my braids.
Hold up.
So I met this guy at the Bliss Experience. If you live in Abuja, sometime in October, Moses Bliss had an event here in Abuja. Do you remember? Do you remember? Yeah, that's where I met the man. So, uh, it happened that the event was scheduled for 5 p.m. and it didn't start at 5 p.m. because their venue was changed last minute, and that's why the event didn't start at 5 p.m. and they had to like move to a different venue, and all the hassle of bringing the chairs, the speakers, setting up in the new place, like the whole thing. I don't really blame them because that's what happens if your venue is changed last minute. But yeah, so some people had been there for a while waiting. Anyways, I didn't go on time. I went there past 6. It was meant for 5 p.m. anyways. And I know there's small African timing in everything that is Nigerian. So I was lucky enough because the event didn't even start until I think 7:58 or 7:50, like almost 8 o'clock. That was when it started. And by the time I got there, the space inside was already filled because people came there by 2. You know how Nigerians can be when they want to go for something on time. They go really early because they want to be in front, they want to be inside. It was at Chida Event Center. So the hall was already filled, so we had to sit outside, and there I was sitting outside, and I kept a seat for my friend. Yes, don't judge me. I'm one of those people. I will keep seat for my friend. I will keep seat for my sister. So, yeah. So, I kept a seat for my friend, and she said she's not coming anymore because she was checking in. It was 7:30 and they had not started, and she was like, oh, she's not coming. Then when they started, I told her, oh, they've started, and she said, okay, that she's not sure she's going to come. When your friend says, I'm not sure, just know that they're not going to come. So I just knew she wasn't going to show up. So I just put my bag on the seat anyways. So this man comes. It's not like chairs were lacking because a lot of people were getting tired and they left and they went home. So the man came. I think he sat behind me, but he couldn't see the screens outside very well. So he came and sat. He came and tapped my shoulder and he was like, "Is someone sitting here?" And I said no. And then he said, "Okay, let me join you." And he sat beside me. Now this man tried to like strike up conversation. He tried to like talk to me, and I was like, "How are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm very well. How are you doing?" Because I saw he was carrying a bag, like a briefcase, and I was like, how was work? Because if you're carrying a briefcase, maybe you went to work. And then he goes, "Yeah, work was fine. You're very caring." I'm like, I'm not caring, I'm just making small conversations. Anyways, fast forward a few minutes later, we're vibing, I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm praying, I'm speaking in tongues because yeah, the Holy Spirit was manifesting in me and through me. And the man is constantly trying to talk to me, and I'm just trying to not be rude but still reply. And then he's like, he's trying to say, he said, these kinds of things, we don't have a lot of these in Rwanda. I was like, oh, okay. And he said, yes, I used to live in Rwanda, and I lived in South Africa, and I went to Tanzania, and I went to Kenya. I've been to almost all the countries in Africa. I didn't ask you, Baba. I no ask. And then me being confused, like, how did we get here? I was like, oh nah, yes, okay. I was like, oh okay, oh yeah. And then he was like, one thing that he likes Moses Bliss for is that Moses Bliss is the only gospel artist in Nigeria that has managed to gather all of the Gen Zs together and make them want to serve God. That people in my generation don't know God, they don't serve God. This man is like in his 40s or late 30s. And I was like, when he said that, I was like, okay. And I tried to like concentrate on what's happening, like, you know, they're praising God, they're singing, and you keep trying to talk to me. That's not why I'm here. I didn't come here for you. I didn't appear here because of you. And you sitting beside me, you know. And then it got to a point where he kept on making comments about everything, and if I don't reply, he would tap me. So I felt uncomfortable there. And it was getting late, yeah. So it was getting late, and I wanted to go home because it was getting late, and I wasn't enjoying the event because he was trying to talk to me. If I wasn't trying to go home, I would have just changed seats and he can just go and hit his head on stone or whatever. But it was like 9:30 and I wanted to go home because I don't like staying outside that late. And yeah, it's October, and the same way that you're planning for Christmas, that's how people are planning for Christmas in this Abuja. Thieves are everywhere. I don't want to hear that somebody stole my phone or something. So I started taking my things, picking my things, and I was like, oh, where are you going? I said, I'm about to start going home. And then he was like, oh, okay. If I had come with my car, I would have given you a ride. I was like, oh no, thank you, it's fine. And then he said, okay, give me your number. And I said, okay. He saw the reluctance on my face. Then he was like, this one, you're doing your face like this. Don't give me wrong number because I will call you now. I will call you now. And I said, okay. Hey, if you want to collect the right number, I can give you now. Not be so. I will give you, but when I get to my house, will you stop me from blocking you? You can't. So I gave him my number and he called me and he was like, okay, bye-bye. Good night. I left, and when I got home, he texted me. He called me. I blocked his number. He was texting me on WhatsApp. I wasn't responding because I don't really respond to people whose numbers I don't save. If I don't save your number, it means you're not that important. And I didn't save his number, so I didn't even respond. It's just sitting there. And then one day he kept on calling me. Like one day, like I think 2 weeks later, he kept on calling me non-stop. Like he just kept on calling me non-stop, like as if he's crazy. So he was calling me on WhatsApp. So I went on WhatsApp and I was like, hi, good afternoon. And then he was like, how am I? I said, I'm fine. How is everything? Fine. And I said, well, that he just wanted to tell me that he didn't like the way things are between us, that when he met me, I was so nice and I was good to him, and he was thinking to himself, oh, so there's a girl in Nigeria that is this nice and homely and polite and family like, and that he wanted to be friends with me and even take it a step further, come to know my family and probably get married to me. But towards the end of the event, I started changing. I started showing a different character, and then after I left, I wasn't picking his calls. I became proud like my fellow Nigerian women, and that, like, right now that I'm saying it, I'm wondering how I sat there, or how I was there listening to all these yarns. Like, how did I ever have the patience to stay and listen to all these yarns? Like, why was I listening to these yarns? But anyway, I digress. Let me continue. That how I'm like my fellow Nigerian women, that in the international sector, people don't like Nigerian women because Nigerian women are rude. Nigerian women are the ugliest women in the whole of Africa. That there's no African country that has ugly women like Nigerian women. That we are the ugliest and we are the rudest and we are so proud. Go to Tanzania, that's not how women behave. Go to South Africa, that's not how women behave. They are very homely, they are very warm. That we think that we are beautiful. I think I'm beautiful, that's why I'm so proud. Blah 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 blah. Nothing with the man no talk. And he was like, but now that I've showed my character, he cannot have all that with me. That he wanted to come and know, because he's not like I'm very, very beautiful, but he just wanted to get to know me because he liked my character and marry me. And then I was like, sorry, sir. Well, I wasn't even looking to marry you. Like, you're not up to the standard of the person that I can marry. And it's unfortunate that you were thinking that of me. I was just being nice to you, like as a stranger, but it says very little of you to just go around seeing strangers that are nice to you and you start falling in love with them and thinking that they are going to marry you. I don't love that home. And you say Nigerian women are the ugliest of African women. Tell me, why is everyone now dying for Nigerian women? Why? If the love isn't getting to you, like you're not getting the love, it doesn't mean that it's not going around. Like, it's going around. You're just the one that isn't getting it. And yeah, I think the problem is you, not other people. Besides, why am I having this conversation with you? What's my business with you? I don't even know who you are. Like, I don't even know this man's name. Like, he said his name to me, but I don't know his name. He told me his name that night, obviously, but I don't know his name. And I don't freaking care about this person. I didn't even like the person. This person we're talking about is in his late 30s or 40s. He's Igbo. He's not tall, because I'm 5'7", and he was like almost the same height as me. So he's not tall. And what else? He probably didn't even have money to buy fuel that night. That's why he's saying I didn't drive. Because, like, someone that you just meet and in the first 10 minutes of meeting him, he has told you that he has gone to almost all the African countries. Like, that's the only thing that he has to offer for himself. That's the only thing he has to show. Anyways, long story cut short, he was trying to tell me, like what he was trying to tell me was that I'm ugly and that he wanted to just manage me and just be friends with me, and just maybe marry me. But I now showed him that I'm proud and rude like my fellow Nigerian women. So he has now changed his mind. Anyways, I was like, okay, well, good riddance, thanks. And he was still trying to talk, like trying to stay more. And then I hung up on him and blocked him on WhatsApp. Do you know what this man did? He went and got another number. I used it to be texting me. Hey God. Men like this. Anywhere you encounter somebody like this, bawa, they run. Run for your life. Because he's the kind of guy that you would date, and those kinds of people, if someone falls into their trap, like, it never ends well. You would date such a guy and the only thing you're living with is going to be your life, because your dignity, your pride, your confidence, everything is going to rip it away from you. That kind of guy, you just know that this is the kind of person he's going to be. He's going to be so toxic, so toxic that you don't even need an Ozempic to lose weight. Like, you'll be losing weight steadily every week if you're dating such a person. Anyways, I'm almost done with my hair and I'm still thinking of what to do after this. Or should I don't know, get another braid or wigs. I don't really like wigs. Why don't I like wigs? Number one, I always have this urge to take it off and get some air on my head, you know, after every little thing. I feel like, and then if it's a frontal wig now, the idea of frontal wigs is not really sold to me, because I think to myself, so this part is sticking on my head, right? It's sticking on my head. What about the back? It's not sticking on my head. Except it's a 360 lace, and then I feel like it's going to be hot, because I don't know, I haven't done that. But yeah, I want it to be on my head, so I prefer sewings to wigs. So get a sewing and a leave out, or a sewing with a closure part. That's more like my style, because that frontal wig thing, I keep thinking like. And also another good reason is when you go to your boyfriend's or your man's place. Come on, stop it, don't look at me like that. Everyone goes to their man's place. Yeah, so you're in your man's place and you guys are like getting down to do the, you know, every, and your wig is just flying, just embarrassed. Like, I don't want to be embarrassed in that kind of time, you know how, you know what I'm talking about. yeah, that's what I'm talking, that thing you're thinking, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't want my wig to be, you know, I don't want my wig to be like raising up and exposing my head while I'm giving him the perfect arch. Anyways, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. If you enjoyed this story time, please like, and subscribe to my channel. And please comment and tell me that you enjoyed it. Like, your like, your subscription, those are the only encouragements that I have. So please encourage me. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. So I think getting a ponytail is going to be a good idea. Getting that kind of like Temi or $10 ponytail that has sleep born, that she does, and just looks so divine. I think getting something like that is going to be a good idea. Anyways, I'm going to make a short of what I finally did to my hair. Alright, thank you for staying with me for this one. Mwah.